Good day all. This is Dr. Solomon here. Welcome to another day in crypto trading. Today we are going to be looking at swim with the shark. Now, what is it all about? If you have been in the crypto space, you may have observed for the past year or there has been downward market trend and occasional uptrend. If you are using leverage, you end up not trading or you get wrecked because of the downward movement. So you may enter a trade and the price tanked, then you get liquidated. Now, if you are fixated on using leverage, it becomes an issue because each time you never get the trade right. If you've been winning, this video is not for you. But if you have always been on the losing side of trade and you've lost so much, you've gone back to work and you probably just give it a quit. How do you get back all you have lost, which you cannot aim back? It does require patience. This is when this strategy, swim with the shark, becomes very handy. As you do your work, you do a side hustle by still trading, but this time without leverage, with a spot. You do spot trading. Now, what is spot trading? Spot trading is buying and holding a trade. So when there is a profit, then you close the trade. Now, this is a very big issue a lot of people have because a profit is never enough for them. Research a coin or a token with utility, or think of the established coins. The example I'm going to use today is the Bitcoin. It has a lot of fundamentals. There is future. It is not going to go to zero. So then pick a coin of this type. Now, if you still have appetite for trading and you still have some money to put in the trade, in using spot, you may have to commit a lot of money. But one thing is sure, you're not going to lose the money. The price may go down. There may be downward movement for some time. You still have your token, which you may keep in your wallet. Keep it away from the exchange when the market is quiet, when it's not volatile. But when you decide you want to sell or there's a profit, then bring it to your exchange and sell the token. Then wait again and repeat this process. So how do you buy? When you are using spot, you never care about when is the bottom because you buy at a specific support. So whatever the price is, you buy. If it goes above that and the profit is okay for you, then you take the profit. So in using this strategy, we're going to be looking at the charts shortly, and we are going to be looking at resistance and support points. As I've said, buy and hold and sell the coin when you deem the profit is enough for you. This is a problem a lot of people have. Now, with Bitcoin, for example, there are people, when Bitcoin went all-time high at 69, 70 some exchange, People bought coins at that price, and some are still holding it. But if they have used leverage, they would have lost the coin, or the coin may have gone now, or they've got liquidated. But if you are using spots, you still have your coin. When the price goes above that, as per when it happens, then you sell your coin and you never lose. I learned the hard way. I still have some of my coins I bought at 69 or so. So this is how spot enables you, if you have lost a lot and you've taken another part, but you still want to be getting some side hustles from the trading. This is how you do it. Now let's go into chart and look at the Bitcoin. Now, if you look at a chart, I'm taking a Bitcoin chart on a monthly time frame. So what you see the markup price and the markdown price. It depends on what period you're looking at. You see there is always an upward movement and downward movement. We're not going to be looking at the cycle of 3 or 4 years or at this point. So what I want us to see from this upward and downward movement, this is how the market is driven. If you look at any chart, this is what happens. You have the upward movement and downward movement, just as we observe here. Okay, so if there is an upward movement, just as we have here, there will also be an opposing downward movement at a certain point. This is how the market, this is why you are able to make profit in the market, because somebody push up the price, a lot of commitment, investment from the market maker. Some people gain, some people lose. If you are a swing trader and you are a diamond hand, you have a target, so you could buy a coin at any particular price point. Then when it reaches that reaches a certain point, I'm not going to say all-time high, you sell the coin, whatever that is a profit for you. That is the mistake a lot of people make. The price is sure to come down. If you use the moving averages, for example, at a certain point, the price is going to come back to the 50 exponential moving average, whatever time frame you are. Now, this is a monthly time frame just to give a picture of how the price movement is. So if you were using spot, depending on what you are investing, you might commit a lot of money, but you're sure not to lose it. This is not a financial advice. As I've said at the very beginning, research your coins. Now let's go into a lower time frame. Let's look at daily time frame, for example. Okay, so if we look at the chart, you observe that at the low of 15,479, depending on the exchange, a lot of people were thinking that Bitcoin is going to go to zero. Some were predicting 8 or projecting 8,000, 9,000, 12,000, whatever the case may be. But it bounced. If you were using spot, that really doesn't bother you. Or if you were using dollar cost averaging, it doesn't bother you. Because what happened is, if the price point, currently it is 24,694, and having actually touching resistance points of 25,288, you really don't bother, because if it goes above your entering price and it is a profit for you, whatever you deem a profit, then you sell it if you want to trade. But if you have a diamond hand, you want to hold it until Bitcoin goes to 1 million, that is going to take time, then hold it. That is how investments are always done. That mindset people used in investing in commodity like gold or some other stocks, SP500, that should be also be brought into the crypto market, not the Lambo mindset of buying a Lamborghini overnight. A lot of people have done it, but some people have also lost. So you need to weigh between gambling and making money from the crypto market. Now, so the whole idea is you could buy at any point. So we have a support here at the moment of 15,479. It could be at any price point around 15,000, depending on the exchange. Now we have an upward movement. So the next support point is around 32,000, which I have marked out there. But there's a lot of upward and downward movement before it gets to that point. It may decide, okay, it is going to tank. It goes back to 15,000. If you use spot, that really doesn't bother you. You may decide to buy more coins when it dropped. That also brings your entry points lower. When the price goes up again, it goes beyond your entry point, you decide to sell it. So this is the beauty of spot. And this is how the market maker run the market. Those market makers that over leverage, like FTS that uses leverage, they also get liquidated. That was one of the revelations that came out in FTS debacle. So you have to weigh between gambling and using the spots to actually make money from the market. Again, it depends on your commitment. Now, if we go into an hour trade or an hour time frame or date, or probably you are a day trader, you probably will observe there is a lot of touch at this moment at 25, 270, 288, depending on the exchange. That is where the price point now. The price is at the moment. You may decide to just blow past this and chase the 32 price point. But that is irrelevant. Because if it crosses this resistance, you probably will be looking at heading towards 32. But it's not going to get there. There are other resistance we can also draw out along the way before it gets there and it moves on to other price points or resistance points at a higher level. But at this point in time, we're not going to be speaking about 40, 50 or 70K, but we should be looking at the next resistance point for the price. The message today is more or less using spots to trade and swimming with the shark. Please do subscribe. Click the notification button because if there are a lot of tractions, I will start doing a lot of live. And if you haven't liked the video, please do like it. It is at this point I will be stopping. See you in the next video.